Yo, so what is up, my broskies? It is me, Lupus, aka Noah, and today we have our video where I'm showing you guys some Battlefield 4 screenshots from the pre-alpha that have just been released the other day, and it looks awesome, guys. What I'm about to show you is going to be pretty sick, and I hope you guys do enjoy it, and it is definitely going to be a very interesting video. I'm going to try and break them down as much as I can, because I have seen one breakdown video of these screenshots, but they didn't really explain a lot of stuff that I noticed myself. And first off, I'd like to thank my friend Efren, aka Vice HDX. We'll link his channel down in the description, for linking me to these screenshots and showing me them. They look absolutely amazing, and I actually found a couple more that were not shown, that he did not show me. But thanks to him. And without further ado, let us get started. First, I have some loadout images where they show the loadout screen where you get to choose your weapon as well as the attachments, your secondaries, your gadgets, your grenades now, and your knife. And I'm going to go through this whole thing and explain a lot of stuff about it. First off, as you guys can see, it does say that you can choose your grenade, so maybe that will be able to, change up. You can use the spider grenade where you throw it and it shoots out wires across the wall to tripwire. Maybe that's where you get your claymores, or actually I think that's going to probably be in gadgets and stuff for the support class, so I don't really know. Maybe it's going to have smoke grenades, concussion grenades. You can choose different types of grenades now, so that's pretty awesome to me. The knife, as you guys can see, you can probably change it up, maybe choose between the ACB 90 knife like in Battlefield or the regular knife, and as well as some other probable knives, which would be very interesting, a little bit more variety and stuff, and I really do like the whole idea behind that. And then they have the appearance thing where you can choose your little default camo, or your camo, and as it shows the default camo on there, which is very interesting. And as you can see, you get to choose your secondary, which is clearly an M9, but then the primary weapon, it has a picture of a PDWR from Battlefield 3, which is better known as the PDR in real life, and that is just a placeholder image. If you look in the engineer's arms, in his hands rather, the gun looks very familiar for those of you who played Black Ops 2, and you might be like, wow, I know what that is now. It is a Scorpion Evo, and you might be thinking, how can I verify that? Well, on the primary weapon, it does say CZ3A1, and I did look that up because I wanted to know what that was. And whenever I was looking through it, the Scorpion Evo's real name is the CZ Scorpion Evo 3A1. So CZ3A1 with Scorpion Evo in the middle, and that is its real name. So Battlefield is going to be putting the Scorpion Evo into Battlefield 4, which is going to be amazing to me. It is one of the most futuristic and most retro, up-to-date submachine gun, PDWs, whatever you want to say, and it looks amazing, and I can't wait until we get that in the game, the ridiculous fire rate, and it's going to be pretty awesome to me. And I'm very excited to see them incorporate that gun into the game. It's going to be pretty epic. And as you guys can see, it does have the 4 classes as it was in Battlefield 4. A lot of people had some ideas that they would have 7 classes, kind of like Battlefield 2, but instead they're going to be having the regular 4 classes from Battlefield 3, Assault, Engineer, Support, and Recon, but they do seem to be changing it up a little bit, which will be very interesting. On our second little screenshot of a class loadout, we have the Assault class instead of the Engineer this time, and as you can see, it looks very interesting. But as you guys should know, the textures are not perfect on this. I can tell that myself, and I know you guys can too, and they will probably be changing it up a little bit, and I'm definitely interested to see what that will be like. And you guys might be thinking, well, what is so special about it? Well, I looked at it, and as you guys can see, it says it shows a placeholding M16A3 or A4, whichever one it is, and in his hands you can clearly see that is not an M16 or anything, and it looks pretty freaking awesome, whatever it is, and the name is the CZ805. I looked that up as well, and as you guys might have heard in Call of Duty Ghosts, they will be releasing a gun that is called the CZ805 Bren, and it looks a lot like the Scar H and Scar L, and it's pretty interesting, and it has interchangeable barrels for ease of access. You can go switch to certain barrels depending on what kind of situation you are in currently, so that might be interesting to see if they add that to the actual game. But that is the gun that is on there, and you guys may be thinking, I love you for revealing these guns, because a lot of people didn't really know what they were, and I looked it up and researched it for you guys, and it looks pretty awesome. And once again, it has the same similar types of loadout where you get all the extra gadgets, knives, grenades, stuff like that, which looks pretty awesome to me, and I'm definitely interested to see what that is. On our next screenshot, we have a picture of an Abrams tank in between 2 little trucks, and I'm not really sure what they are, but maybe in the future we'll see, but it looks like they have some sort of gun on top of it, and I'm not really sure what it is. And in the background shows an AA gun, which at first I saw it and I was kind of like, is that some kind of alien witchcraft something? But now I realize it's an AA gun. It looks pretty awesome, and you guys may be thinking, why did the textures look so bad? Well, the textures are not final. This is an alpha trial, and it will be improved when the actual game comes out, and it looks pretty awesome to me. And if you guys look, these skyscrapers, look at them. They are massive. They have never added buildings that tall. They've had tall buildings, but this is ridiculously tall, and I'm interested to see what the gameplay is going to be like, because those are freaking amazing. That's all there is to it, guys. On our next screenshot, we have a little image of the My Soldier section on the main menu in the Battlefield 3. It's now in Battlefield 4. And as you can see, it shows battle packs. And I really want to know what the heck that is, because they seem to have emphasis on that, because that is what they are showing. A lot of the other stuff was already there. And they need to, I want to know what the battle packs is, because I just don't know what it is. And it looks very interesting. Maybe it's some sort of extra thing you can buy. I don't know. Maybe we'll have to see when the game comes out, but that's a very interesting thing to food for thought, something to think about right there. On another thing, we have the main menu of the Battlefield 4, and as you guys can see, it shows the upcoming unlock, which is very interesting, and then it shows some other online friends things and stuff like that and what they are playing, and it looks very interesting to me. Then it shows the multiplayer, the campaign, the My Soldier options and store, same usual stuff that was in Battlefield 3 on the main menu, which is very interesting to me, and I really want to see what this all is, because there seems to be some extra stuff out of the way next to the QBU 88, and I want to see what that is. But clearly they are bringing the QBU 88 back, which is going to be awesome, and I kind of expected that, since it is versus China, and that is a Chinese sniper rifle, so I guess they would have to bring that back, which is pretty awesome to me. I keep saying that for some godforsaken reason. But then we have another thing, and as you guys can see, it says welcome to the Battlefield 4 Alpha Trial. Explains about it, which is very interesting, as I keep saying, but it explains what you get to do, how you got chosen, stuff like that. What you get to see, it is not the final quality of the game, as it says, which is, it looks good regardless of it not being final quality, but I want to see how it's going to look finally, and that is a pretty interesting screenshot. Think about that. This is probably the real alpha, and I don't doubt that it is. And on this next screenshot, we have a gun, and I've been thinking about it, and the more I look at it, the more I realize what it is. It is the Scorpion Evo, guys. If you look at the gun, it is the Scorpion Evo. It has the same kind of stock little corner edges, and it looks pretty awesome. Has the PKAS hollow sight on it, which looks pretty awesome. And it's the Scorpion Evo, so it's going to look pretty incredible in Battlefield. I'm very excited to see what it is. And then it shows 2 Abrams tanks, as you can see, as well as some more buildings, and the textures once again are not final, but hey, it is what it is. And then on this next screenshot, we have another sniper, it looks like, with an ACOG on it, but I'm not sure what it is, and it looks pretty awesome, whatever it is. And as you guys can see, you can see the city in the background, and look at that giant tower with the ball on top. That looks pretty freaking awesome, and it is so high up. And then there seems to be some ray of light or explosion or something coming out of the ground. That looks pretty interesting too. And just look at how massive it is. We've seen screenshots of them being within that city, and now we're seeing them outside of it. So clearly this map is going to be massive. It looks like it might be, I don't know, it's like some kind of gulf, because the city seems to go around it. It's pretty interesting. I want to see what it will look like in the end, and it's definitely exciting me. The more I look at these, the more I get excited. On this next image, we have the knife, which looks pretty awesome. I'm not sure what kind of knife it is. I'm not a knife expert, but I'm very interested to see what it is. It doesn't look like the usual knife that we have seen so far. It looks a little bit different. And he does have the Overlord gloves on, which I talked about in a previous video. For those of you who don't know, it is a $300, $500 pair of gloves, $200, I don't remember, but really expensive gloves that they are going to be having on their hands instead of Oakley's this time around, which is pretty interesting. And then he also has the AR-1 camo, and me and my friends were talking about possibly what if they actually put the actual names of the camos instead of jungle camo and stuff like that. Maybe if they put something real, that would be pretty awesome. And on this next screenshot, we have a guy running in a little corridor type area that is pretty empty, and the textures still are not completely registered or whatever, but he does have an M9 in his hand, which looks pretty awesome, and it looks like he's out of ammo, so it's cocked back, and it just looks amazing. The whole entire texturing of everything on the hand and gloves and gun looks pretty awesome to me, and it's definitely going to be pretty epic. On this next screenshot, we have an image of a guy swimming, which looks pretty awesome once again. And he's in the water, but there's not really much you can see except for his hand. It looks like he's about to, do a little stroke, and it looks pretty sweet. And just that is the last screenshot, guys. I know I couldn't really explain all of it, but I explained as much as I could in depth, and I hope you guys did enjoy that. If you do like this video and you do like me talking about these screenshots, stay up to date, and I will be talking about some more things being revealed at E3 and a lot of other stuff. And I hope you guys did like this video. Be sure to smack that like button and give that subscribe button just a little bit of loving, guys. Thank you guys for watching. If you're new to my channel, stay tuned for my next video and check out some of my old ones. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.